Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I am Julio and this is my first video that I will do in English. I had open years ago a channel in Spanish and I want actually to introduce to the content creation in English. Today we will see a tier list of the best decks that we can play actually in the format of Infinite Forbidden. We have here 4 slots where we can put the decks. Tier 0, that is when in general only sees one deck that dominates the entire metagame. Tier 1, that in general are solid picks that has always some tops on important tournaments. Tier 2, decks that can have some troubles to the decks that are in the top. And in the last parts, the rogue decks that maybe one can top YCS or WWCQ. Okay, the first deck is Branded. The popularity of Branded decreases a little since actually the decks can search the barrier. I thought also that Tempai could be hit by that decision, but in special Branded has another bad checkpoint, that is all the people is currently mainly playing in main Bestials, and it's a card that counters so hard the Puppet block. The deck is still great, you can still top in any event with that, but actually it's just a tier 2. First of all, my English it isn't the best. By the time video to video, it will be increasing a little, so be patient. Okay, Centurion. Centurion only has one word, that is Calamity. The problem that has the Centurion deck is that the engine is too bigger and you don't have a lot of space for sided cards or non-engine cards, because actually the most popular build of Centurion is the Bestial one that could hit something in the meta, but this deck is so bad going second, so it's still a death and row. Maybe with the new support that has a Synchro Monster that searches the emblem, one of the best spell cards of the deck, we could see a better percentage of Centurion decks on Top Cut, but actually it's not. Fiendsmith with Chimera. I thought that this deck should be more popular than the people play it, but I think that in general a competitive YuGiOh player always try to see the best variant of Fiendsmith to make a cool mark on tournaments. Thanks that the fusions are level 6, they are go together very good with the Fiendsmith engine, making the Beatrice. Also you can make the DDD exit monster to prevent hand traps like the Bestials or Nif, and I think that is a solid deck that maybe we can see in a new format. Here we have the Drytron deck. Drytron is pretty weak against cards like Troll, Bestials. It has the same problems that the Branded, but Drytron actually is worse than Branded. The support is decent. The Drytron level 2, number 2, is now a card that helps to one card combo the cards, but I think that this deck needs more support. Falcon Snake Eyes is a good deck in general, but actually the Snake Eyes variants have like 45 cards in main deck, and you don't want to put more cards to break more. In this case, maybe if we see more hits of the Snake Eyes engine in the ban list, the Fire King engine increase. And also we are waiting actually in TCG for the level 4 of the deck. From the list, nothing to say. This is a shifter deck, has very good cards like the Trap Harpies, but the worst point of from the list is now that Mulcharmy counters so hard this deck. Genex, nothing to say, it is just a typical wombo combo deck that loses against a single impermanence. Jimmy Puppet, I think that is one of the cheapest decks that you can play to play competitive YuGiOh actually. It has a field spell similar to Tempai, the deck is safe against so many hand traps, and the condition of win with FTK is so consistent. Ice Barrier actually is a rogue, the best variant is with Runic and you can play other Runic variants better. Infernoid is similar to Fire King Snake Eyes, but more weak because you need to play this deck actually at 60 cards. Castira actually is a rogue. If you want to see the Castira cards, just put in your deck and maybe play Castira Tempai, Castira Snake Eyes as they did in the Italian team, that I think that is a very solid version. Labri, it's crazy how this deck evolves every single format. The IKEA version now isn't popular, are playing a stun version with only the Lady and the Lovely, with 3 skilling and the Cannon, that is the typical mathematic trap card. Light Twin Fiendsmith is great just because Fiendsmith is great. Actually, all the decks that has Light Fiend monster gets a lot of support. Madolce, the new support becomes better the turn ones, but this deck needs something better to be playable. Melodious has the same problem as the other decks, that the big quantity of hand traps hurts this deck, and also the Bestials is another checkpoint for the deck. Melodious and Memento. Memento has an insane turn 1, cannot decay so easily, and you can make a hybrid with the Fiendsmith. Millennium, actually think that is a raw. Pendulum decks, they are still waiting for Electromite, and they will wait for Electromite. I am a big fan of the archetype. Plant Link, in case you live in Europe, always will be the best deck of the world, but actually that the people is playing Spooky Dogwalk and Mulch Army, the big points of this deck are 0, because in general the problems were the last minutes, and also you win a lot of advantage with the Mulch Army. We have here Pearl Spite, that I don't think that the hybrid is great. Purrelli, you can play it actually with a Fiendsmith or just a poor version. Rescue is pretty good. Just playing the Fiendsmith engine with 3 Bonfire and 2 Poplar, you can make a very good deck win first. Ritual Beast. In general, Shifter is a great card, but only could be playable formats ago for control decks. Imagine that a good combo deck can play Shifter, and also has another good conditions like Protoss. So this deck, maybe the worst checkpoint of Ritual Beast is the high level that you need to have with this deck. One misplay can cost you the game. Runic for Hire, still a Roach. Runic Stone, it is what it is. Shaman Grace, Shining Star, actually decks for fun. Sneak Eye Fiendsmith, in my opinion, is the most powerful deck of the format. In Europe, it was the half of the tournament. Sprite is a decent deck with the Ice Barrier Super. You can make Summon Lineages going first. You can play it with Fiendsmith to make Beatrice easily. Tenpai is the cheapest deck actually to play YuGiOh competitive. The problem that has this deck is that in Top Cut or in little events, the people know that you play Tenpai. Fiendsmith Unchained, it isn't that great because here the Unchained cards are hit, so with just one Sarbara you can't make a solid pure Unchained Fiendsmith deck. Balmonica is a deck that the people didn't explore. I think that this deck has a lot of potential, also will have more support in the future. I'm currently building this deck, and I think that the people should take one day to play this deck. Here we have Voicelet that is so bad with second. White Goods that could be playable with Runic as Joshua's will, but I don't think that is good. Jubel, that of course is the second best deck of the format, and Musketeer, that is a crazy variant that you can play with the Fiendsmith card. And that's all, guys. If you like this type of content, just subscribe to my channel, like, put your comments below, and by time my English level will be leveling up. That's all. See you.